East 99 is where you find me slinging that yayo daily. East 99 is where you find me slinging that yayo daily. Shout out to Bone Thugs and Harmony. You know what it is. So yes, please subscribe to my channel, man. I appreciate you. And then subscribe to my new channel. It'll be much appreciated. So I've been telling y'all for a long time that the Orlando Anderson whole story, the Keffe D whole story, Keffe D done lied too many times for me to believe his story. Way too many times. He said he saw Tupac reach with a gun and came out and he took the first shot at them. How many of y'all heard him say that? He said that on Greg Caden's murder rap or whatever it is, that audio that was played, right? He saw Tupac reach for a gun and shoot. Tupac made the first shot, bow, and then they retaliated. Then when he was on Vlad, he said he seen Tupac reach for a gun. And then Vlad said, "Did you see the gun?" He said, "Nah, man, when I seen him reach, I dug down." You know what I'm saying? Another inconsistency. But how did we get to Vegas? How did we get to Keffe D? Right? Let me tell you how we got to Keffe D. To get to Keffe D, we're going to have to go forward and then go back. Right? This is for all the people that's scratching their head now that Suge Knight came out and said Orlando Anderson isn't the shooter. This is for all the people that remember Gaddafi saying that it was a light-skinned guy that looked like a bitch. This is for the people that remember Corey Edwards saying the eye in the sky don't lie because he seen Orlando Anderson at the bar at the time of the shooting. Now, I'm going to check my fan. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something right now. That's going to make a lot of y'all feel like a dunce. You remember in the cartoons when a person did something stupid and then they look in the mirror and they got the jackass face or they got the dunce cap on? I'm gonna tell y'all a simple fact that's gonna make y'all all go, Psh, I ain't think of that. I'm gonna show you how much people are groupies for stories, right? Reggie Wright Jr. was not at the scene of the crime. But he's telling y'all Keffe D did it This dude was the Baby Lane was the shooter. And he keeps people go and he listen to all his stories and use his words as facts. And this nigga was nowhere to be found. At the fight with Orlando, head of security was not there. That's not strange to you? If that's not strange to you, how about head of security nowhere around after the fight? You got the number one artist in the world that just got into a fight with the number one CEO and hip hop label, or one of a few top CEOs, get into a fight, and you head of security, and for some strange reason, you don't join the detail to make sure everybody is safe, even though you took all the guns, you and the lawyer made sure nobody was carrying their guns or walkie-talkies. For this one time, though, just this one night. Any other time they can have their guns, do whatever. But this one night. But it's strange to me how all y'all sit there and let him tell y'all who was at the scene, who did what, and he was not there. He was not even in the caravan. So why y'all? That nigga know as much as I know. Reggie know about as much as I know as far as physically seeing anything at that night at the shooting. Where was he at? How do he know who did what? He was in the bushes somewhere? Think about this. How can Reggie keep telling us all these facts and he was not there? He wasn't even there at the fight. So why y'all listening to Reggie? How could he tell you Keffe D did it? How do he know that? How do he know Keffe D was even in the car? Why y'all believe in him? Y'all believe Keffe D was in the car because Keffe D said he was in the car. But why would you believe Reggie, who was not there in the car with Suge and Tupac, or in the car with Frank, or in the car with Buntree, or in the car with the Outlaws or whoever, or in the car with the girls, or in the car with Trayvon, or in the car with Low MB and them? Why y'all listening to Reggie? How could he tell you what happened? How could he discredit Suge from what Suge just said on TMZ? I don't know if y'all got a chance to see that yet. He's sitting there trying to discredit Suge now because Suge came out and said Orlando Anderson ain't the shooter. And he telling Suge he's lying. How do you know he's lying if you were not there? You know something he don't know? Or you know something we don't know? How do you know if Suge say Orlando wasn't there? Why would you say you disappointed in Suge? He ain't riding for Pop. That's not strange to nobody. A nigga that was not there is telling the one and only living witness that saw who did it. Like, he got something against Tupac that he gonna sit there and lie and say Orlando didn't do it. He talking about, yo, Suge breaking the street code. You know, he ain't supposed to say nothing about nothing. Wait, nigga, I thought you like good witnesses. I thought you like good witnesses. Suge's a good witness. Orlando wasn't the shooter. So how are you telling the man that was there he don't know what he's talking about? How are you telling the man with a bullet lodged in his head who the shooter was or who was in the car? Somebody said, yo, you know Suge a liar. And Reggie's not? How many lies I caught Reggie in? You telling me Reggie is more credible than Suge? How many times have we caught Reggie in lies? Don't tell me Suge's a liar. You telling me Suge's a liar and you believe Reggie over Suge? Now, before I get into let me look at my notes for a minute. Reggie said that Suge is out here trying to input himself into the case. Look, this is how slow Reggie people, his fans are, right? That they sit there and they criticize the Suge. They believe this dude over Suge, right? Reggie says to his people, yo, nigga, people can't be this slow, bro. Reggie said to his people, yo, Suge just want to input himself into this case because he a clout chaser and a media whore. Suge just want to input himself into this case. Can y'all tell me who was in the car with Tupac? Who's inputting themselves into the case? Who's the one out here dry snitching? Bro, tsunami snitching. But Suge just wants to input himself into this case. How stupid do that sound to y'all? Is Suge Knight the only person that should be a part of this case? Whether he's going to testify or not, isn't he the only person involved in this case? How is Reggie more involved in this case other than him snitching and trying to get Keffe D locked up? Can somebody tell me how is Suge just trying to input himself in the case because he's a clout chaser and a meteor in jail? This nigga's on YouTube every day telling Tupac stories. And I don't know how, I don't know how y'all people think this nigga spends so much time around Tupac. Like, the Tupac is not the president. He didn't have Secret Service where niggas go to his house with him, to the restaurants with him. Everywhere he go, Reggie was not with him. If you don't know nothing about security and a celebrity, the time is only when needed, not or 24/7. Okay? But think about this. Reggie's out here trying to get Keffe D locked up. Right? Yeah, I'm going to get Keffe D locked up. I'm the one that tricked him. I'm the one that gave Vlad the number. I'm the one that gave all of them the number. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I tricked him. Why? What? Okay. Why are you tricking him into a jail cell? Now, if Suge say he ain't got nothing to do with it, and Orlando ain't the shooter, and Reggie going so hard and gun ho to put it on Keffe D, and he was not even there to see who did it, that don't make you scratch your head? That don't make you scratch your head? This nigga wasn't there. The head of security, the whole night, Mike Tyson fight, the incident, nigga gets stomped out, this, that, and the other, with dudes they know. They recognize this dude. They know he from back home, and he on the other side of the coin. And the head of security don't come around for the whole night. Don't zoom over there after the fight. Don't go to Suge house to see what happened. Don't go to Park Hotel to see what happened. But make sure he get Michael Moore with that gun to come over there to the club. They go change their clothes, everything. And the head of security don't come around. Ask a celebrity you do that you know, is that, or somebody that works security, is that strange? But scratch all that. How is Reggie so sure that Keffe D was in that car? What proof do they got other than what Keffe D said or repeated after Greg Caden came out with murder rap in that book? Anybody? Maybe he'll say, oh, Tupac fired me. That's why I ain't come around. But you still was getting paid by Suge, nigga. Suge tells you where to move the pieces, nigga. He run the chessboard. If he told you, yo, nigga, I don't care if Pac ain't paying you no more. Right now, you working for Death Row, nigga. That's my artist. Put 2 niggas on Tupac. Put 5 niggas at the club. Tupac paid you for doing personal security for him. Not he wasn't paying for the label for you to do security for the whole label. That's just personal security. Nigga, I've been around. He said Suge should have stayed quiet. Why should stay quiet? You don't want justice? Are you a cop or a gang or a street nigga right now? Which one are you right now? Suge should have stayed quiet. I thought you like good witnesses. Who else is a better witness to Suge? But now you want him to be quiet and you want he shouldn't go against the gang code? Suge in the gang? Are you trying to say Suge in the gang? Are you dry snitching again? Or are you talking from the perspective of you being in the gang? Or are you talking from the perspective of being a cop and you just know the street code? Suge should have kept his mouth shut. So he should just gonna let Keffe D go to jail because he's the enemy of the color that you say he allegedly reps. You say he going against the other color allegedly, right? Do you want justice for Tupac? Why would you want Suge to be quiet? Why are you saying he inserting himself into the case? Why do you even care? So if they find out it ain't Keffe D, you think the investigation is going to keep going, right? Right? That's what it is? You need Suge to shut up so this goddamn investigation can end right here. But now we know Suge says Keffe wasn't involved. He don't know if he was or wasn't. But Orlando wasn't the shooter. And then you call a Suge a liar. Everybody know that. Who's everybody? Everybody know what rumors came back to Compton. And then what you do just after that? Hey, y'all want to know who the confidential informant is? The secret surprise guest that testified anything? You snitching. We would have saw that in court. It would have played out. And how you know who it is already? You really connected. You've been telling us this thing play by play, buddy. You've been telling us this thing play by play, buddy. How did you know who it was? Y'all heard it first over here. You know what I'm saying? Dry snitch first. Dry snitch first. Y'all want to know who it is? It's Dirty Rock. Yeah, it's Dirty Rock. Man, and Dirty Rock, he loved Orlando. Yeah, he loved Orlando. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Out of everybody loved Orlando. You know, Orlando was a Compton legend. You know, reason we use the Compton legend because, you know, Tupac, you know, he kind of adopted the other side, you know, the mob. So, you know, being at Orlando, you know, had did that, you know, he became a Compton legend. I know y'all don't want to hear it. I know y'all don't want to hear it. You know, yeah, but Orlando's a Compton legend, you know. And Dirty Rock, yeah. Yo, put his picture up so somebody could murder this nigga, allegedly. Put this nigga picture up. Show niggas who it is. They might not know him as Dirty Rock. Put his picture up. Yeah. Put his picture up so niggas could get him. So he can't testify. And they got Keffe D. Put his picture up so they can't tear his ass up on the witness stand. Because what he gonna say? Because just like you, he wasn't there either. What y'all gonna say? One of the niggas told him, oh, yeah, man, I killed Tupac that night. Well, that person is dead. Rest in peace. Keffe D is alive. So you go and you put Dirty Rock out there on Front Street. You dirty ass nigga. You even put the man picture up there, bringing him all kind of heat. They said he was a confidential witness. So now you just say the nigga that was Orlando's friend is about to snitch on his uncle. You're a dirty dude. Why you want Keffe D to go down for this body so bad? Would you know that we don't know? Because you wasn't there. You didn't see Keffe D do it. And now you just threw this boy out there and put his safety at risk. And put his picture up there. You a dirty nigga. You a cop right now or you a gangster? I know you a gangster. I know you a gangster. I'm scared of you. Don't think I ain't. I know what you're capable of doing. I know you young training day. You training day at Compton, nigga. You the training day at Compton. I know when your daddy rolled down on Keffe D. I know, boy, you are gang related. Everybody that was around Death Row, that was on the red side, for the most part, that was the street nigga, is gone. But you still around. I know niggas are scared of you. I heard about you. You dangerous. I know about you. That's why you ain't saying shit about me. You probably put a hit out on me or something. That's why you're avoiding me, or you ain't got the answers. But you keep going that gene. You won't address none of this truth over here. But you trying to set up a hit? What you doing? Feds, watch him. Watch him, feds. Make sure y'all got his phone tapped and everything. Watch him. Y'all gonna get him anyway, sooner or later. Because Keffe D gonna tell y'all what y'all want to know. He talking about he love Orlando. He love Orlando. So wait, are you telling us he loved him more than Keffe D did? You telling me he loved him more than Keffe D did? He loved Orlando. Reggie, you can fool everybody else, not me. See, a lot of these niggas like your charm. You're charming, nigga. You're charming. You're charming these dumb niggas right out of their cash apps. You and the Black Panther white boy. Y'all niggas is charming. You know Keffe did it. You know Orlando did it. You was in Vegas. You was the head of security, and you wasn't even there. And niggas supposed to believe you over Suge Knight. Sure. And then you had to know to say Suge need to shut the F up. Suge, the only witness, the nigga that got shot too, he need to shut up, but you need to keep talking on YouTube every day. Now, are you talking as the gangster or are you talking as the cop when you say he need to shut up? Why would you say Suge is the witness in this case and he needs to shut up? He's a cloud chaser, a media whore. But you on YouTube every day. You ain't even had to comment about Suge. So who's the media whore? What you trying to do is, he had the nerve to say Suge is trying to muddy up this case. What are you doing, brother? Because you the nigga that got all the shit on your shoes. Is that shit or is it mud? I don't know. How is Suge trying to muddy up this case, brother? You want Keffe D to go down so bad so this shit can end right here like big shit ended in LA. It's not over, man. They're going to find out the truth, brother. Everybody's not stupid, bro. They watching. They watching. And you making it bad for yourself. Suge needs to shut up. Suge went against his brother. Suge siding with the enemy. You talking like a gangbanger, brother. Color shouldn't matter when it comes to somebody's life. Truth is truth. But truth ain't truth with you if it's red and blue. You made that clear. I hope they watch it and catch those statements that you making. Because you sound like you gang related, brother. Are you talking like a cop or you talking like a street nigga or a drug dealer? Which one are you talking? What perspective are you talking from right there when you say that? Suge need to shut up. He defending the other side. What's the other side, Reggie? What side you on? You blood or cuz? You're not talking like a cop, brother. Shouldn't Suge have the right to tell the people Orlando wasn't the shooter? You would just let a nigga go to jail for some shit he wouldn't do, huh? That he didn't do, huh? The whole world believes Orlando was the shooter, even though he got up on TV on the news and said he wasn't. How do you know he was there, Reggie? How do you know Keffe D ain't lying, Reggie? I'm going to give y'all the backstory. Now that we're here, let me fast forward to bring you back, right? After the Tupac murder, 6-7 months later, Biggie gets killed. And I got the paperwork. I will show y'all. I'm not fronting. I know y'all thirsty. Oh, Choke ain't got it. Choke ain't got it. Oh, yeah? Let me show you a little something. What that say? What that say? Okay. Long as you know I got it. All right. Now, check the story. Let's go forward to bring y'all back to how we got here. Right? All these years that went by, Orlando was alive. He never got indicted. He passed away. Dre was alive, never got indicted. He passed away. Terry was alive. He died, never got indicted, passed away. Keffe D's left, right? Reggie says, oh, they was, they could have got Terry when he was alive, but, they was following him around. They was trying to get him, but they couldn't catch him dirty. So being that they couldn't catch him dirty, they didn't want to just stop him because, he might not have said nothing if they ain't catch him dirty. That's how the cops work in Compton. You catch a nigga dirty and then you try to hit him with some other shit that you suspect him of, but you won't pick them up off of the pure suspicion. But you want to make sure you catch him dirty so you can make him tell you about what you suspect him of. That's good police work. Yeah, it's good police work in Compton. It's called dirty tactics, right? Now, here's a dude that says Suge needs to shut up, right? Dig this. Suge needs to shut up. He's trying to muddy up this case. Now, we're going to fast forward to come back. This is the same dude. You know how we got to Vegas? Reggie was a suspect in the Biggie murder, allegedly. Gray Caden gets the case. Gray Caden goes to see Reggie, not knowing that he's Kaiser Soze. He thinking he's Virgil the Crip. If you don't know these references, you need to go watch the movie The Usual Suspect. Okay? Now, Gray Caden goes to see Reggie with accusations, allegedly, with accusations of him being involved in Biggie's murder, right? For Reggie to talk to Gray Caden, allegedly, I'm gonna say he asked for some type of immunity, right? And we know, allegedly, we know, or we believe that Reggie got some type of uh immunity, and he allegedly may be a 137 source due to the conversation that we heard with Phil Carson and Don, pardon me, on the Dossier, right? It's kind of quite clear through the conversation, he's some type of undercover source or something, right? So now he's saying Suge needs to shut the fuck up. He's dirty in this case, right? So now Caden comes and sees Reggie allegedly with accusations of the Biggie murder. Reggie tells Caden, oh, it was Southside. He needed to shut the fuck up. But I guess maybe he was being a cop at that time. Well, he wasn't retired. He was he wasn't even a flat foot no more. So he was just a security guy, right? He tells Caden it was Southside. You can hear him tell the story himself. And the reason he told Caden that it was Southside, for what? The same story he's telling right now. Because he felt they killed Big because they didn't receive their money from the Tupac killing. That narrative was given to Greg Caden. Greg Caden goes to the jail to see Keffe D. That's where you get him secretly recording Keffe D, right? Now, Reggie may have also told Caden about the Tupac incident as well. May have. Not sure, right? But to me, it makes sense because Caden was kind of leading Keffe D even in that proffer agreement meeting where he recorded him. Keffe D didn't just tell the story straight out himself, and they sat there and listened and wrote it down. They was chiming in, telling him shit, right? Or asking them questions to lead them on this, that, and other. In my eye. Right? So Keffe D tells Caden, yo, we didn't kill Biggie. Like, nigga, we was there. I was at the Peterson Museum. I went over to Puff and Big and them and talked to them. Puff even gave me bottles that night, nigga. I was out there. Yeah, and I seen Perez and Mac and all them niggas out there. Woo, 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 woo. Right? Alleged. Right? So, man, we ain't do that one. So which one y'all did? This is how they saying they went. So this is how this Tupac story comes about, right? So now Caden knows that Keffe D and them ain't had nothing to do with Biggie killing, but he speaks his interest because he thinks they had something to do with Tupac. And I'm pretty much sure that allegedly Reggie planted that seed too, right? So now Caden comes back to Reggie. Yo, nigga, you bullshitting me. The niggas ain't had nothing to do with Biggie getting killed. They was there. Fuck you sending me on the wild goose chase for? Man, Reggie, who killed Biggie? Oh, you know what? You know, it could have been Poochie. He looking at the wall. Kaiser Soze. Uh, you know, I once played in the band before, It was a quartet. And it was this woman in the diner, big orca woman, like a whale. He just started going, he just started thinking he got thinking shit to tell Kaden now. Well, it could have been Suge. Suge ordered the hit from jail. How? Well, it's this guy Poochie. He kept coming around pressing, Sharita and them or his girlfriend or whatever. And he kept coming around pressing everybody. So, I think Suge did it. And he had Teresa Swan come on to visit and pose as a lawyer, which we know people pose as lawyers so you get our privacy so Suge can get a nut off real quick. You know what I'm saying? We know what that is, right? But, she went over there to, and posed as a lawyer so they could have privacy. And Suge may have set it up like that, you know what I'm saying? So who had an Impala? Well, Suge, he bought 2 Impalas and he gave one to Poochie. Poochie had an Impala because Suge bought 2 of them. He just gave one to Poochie. He was just being so fucking generous. He went to the dealership. He seen 2 of them and said, fuck it, I'm gonna buy 2 of them. You want one, Poochie? Yeah, so, he bought Poochie the Impala. So where's Poochie at? Oh, Poochie died, man. Poochie died just like last year, man. The year before, man. Poochie's dead. I would have gave you Poochie, but he's dead now. I'm sorry, Greg. Yeah, man. Oh, shit. He's dead? Well, you know what? Let me go talk to Teresa. Let's go out on her. Oh, shit. She's doing credit card scams. Oh, we got her. The way Reggie wanted to get T, we got this one. She dirty. So let's get her. Hey, we see right here you was running credit card scams right here. We going to take your baby from you if you don't tell us what we need to know about this Biggie murder. I don't know nothing about no Biggie murder. Yeah, but we seen you lied and you went to the jail and you said that and how did they know she was going to the jail posing as a lawyer? Oh, Mr. Nigga need to shut their mouth. Nigga need to shut the fuck up, right? He told him she was doing that, right? We see you went to the jail a few times posing as a lawyer. We could get you arrested for that, right? Impersonating a lawyer. We could take your baby for that too, and this goddamn credit card scamming that you was doing. I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to lose my baby. Well, we need you to admit that Poochie killed Biggie. Now, Poochie, hold on for a minute. We be right back. Come here. Yo, we going to write a letter, a confession. We'll type out a confession and say Poochie confessed to killing Biggie. And then we'll go back in here and we'll show her the letter and we'll make up how we think that it happened. And we're going to go back in there. We're going to get her to sign it. Then we could go to the chief and say we solved the murder. Yeah. Yeah, it'll work, man. Trust me, man. These fucking black girls, they stupid, man. They so stupid, man. You just tell them you're going to take their fucking baby, they'll roll over on you like this, right like that. And they don't want to give up them goddamn food stamps. Come on, it's going to work. All right. We'll say that Suge told him to do it. And, he got some money and she went and got the money. Yeah. What kind of gun was it that Biggie got killed with? A 9mm? Yeah. He did it with a 9mm Beretta Blue Steel, 92F Beretta Blue Steel, Mel Gibson, Lethal Weapon. Yeah. Okay. If that looks real, you think she gonna did it? Do I sound like a nigga? I know I ain't supposed. I'm sorry, man. I got caught up. I didn't mean to say that word. Do I sound like a NWA? It's convincing. Blood in. I sound like a blood cuz, huh? Okay, let's do it. Let's see if she go for it. Come on. So Miss Swan, right here we have Poochie's confession. This is what Poochie said happened. He wrote this right before he died. He gave it to us, and the next day we was going to indict him, but he got shot up. You know. So here, is this what happened? Y'all gonna take my baby from me? Y'all gonna take my baby from me? This is it. This is exactly how it happened. You said Poochie wrote this, right? This is exactly how it happened. Poochie is not lying. Poochie's lying. Yeah, Suge set it up. Poochie did it, and yeah, I did give Poochie some money. Yeah, if it, how much you said I gave him again? Yeah, I gave him that amount. That amount of money. I did. Poochie did it. I get my baby's nap now. Okay, I'll sign it. Where you want me to sign it? That's it. Can I go? Thank you, Mr. Cater. Oh, thank you. I hope I helped y'all out. I hope this solves the crowd. Now everybody can know Poochie did it. You know, hey, let me just ask y'all a question. Who told y'all it was Poochie? Well, we can't tell you that. You know, we got a CI told us. You know, we can't give you that information, Miss Swan. I'm sorry, we can't tell you that. You know, but you know that Poochie couldn't read or write, right? Well, he had somebody write this for him, okay? And the person that wrote it for him, he's really smart, so he can articulate it like that. No, we didn't know Poochie couldn't read or write. So that's where you got your stories from. Reggie told Gray Caden that it was Southside, and then he told him that it was Poochie. Now, let me ask you the same question I asked you about Vegas. How would Reggie know that Poochie did it? Was Reggie at the Peterson Museum? How would Reggie know that Poochie did it? How would Reggie know that these cops that he claimed he don't know, that never worked at Death Row, that never been around Death Row, that don't know Suge, how would he know it was Poochie and not these cops? How would he know that? He said because he said he didn't know Rafael Perez and Suge didn't know him. But Suge said Perez and Reggie is good friends. So are we to believe Reggie over Suge? And Suge said Reggie, Perez, and Sharita are great friends. And they was all plotting so they could take his company. So are we to believe Suge or Reggie? Okay, that's that. Why is Reggie so sure that Keffe D was there? Then he said he take what Suge said with a grain of salt. And then what you call it at the end of Suge interview with TMZ, Suge yells out "Free Keffe D," right? Reggie's tight about that. What do you mean free Keffe D? What do you mean free Keffe D? He like the cloud chase. He ain't trying to insert himself and muddy up the case. No, he's inserting himself to tell the truth, to clean up the case so an innocent man don't go to jail. And then you gonna say, Reggie said the case ain't about the shooter. It's about Keffe D being in the car. So y'all don't want to know who killed Tupac. Y'all just want lock up Keffe D because he talked about it. You don't want the shooter now. Okay.